Hello. What the fuck is this? Sustain. Oh. I kinda have sustain issues on this account. I didn't realize. Archer, Sparkle, Robin, Evan. Robin.
Time to say bye. Go. Stand still. Relax.
Thanks, no problem.
Time to say bye. Go. Stand still.
I bet Gabby will only get 2 stars. We'll see.
Time to say bye.
You sound sick? No, I'm not sick. This is just how I normally sound.
Relax. Time to say bye. Go.
tons of DDD. E2 Dahlia would be so good here, but that's so expensive. Do you think Dot and Break are the most future-proof? No. Oh my god. Holy shit. That did so much damage. Goated stream. Yep, it's life changing, right? Most stressful HSR fight be like? Yeah. The DDD spam on HMC is just stupid. It does, but it's basically unnoticeable, Mary, unless you go out of your way to look at the differences.
Make a wish. Any fish take milk. Does that hurt?
Yeah, I don't know how strong the fake collab characters are gonna be, or their investment. So please refrain from asking questions about that until we get like at least something to go off of. Like, we do have some info that they'll probably be best in slot. Gilga with Saber and Rin with Archer, but I don't know. I'm also curious on how Gilga is gonna work. He might be the first case of like an actual destruction sub DPS support. I'm pissed at how Gil sounds like a Saber bot. I mean, me too, man. Me too. Trust me. I'm right there with you guys. I really badly wanted Gilga to just have his own main DPS team. sounds out of character to make him a sub. I mean, it just is what it is. I don't blame them necessarily. They probably came to the realization that with the bad eat-alongs on these fake characters, like, they need a specific teammate for buffing them. And then the only time they can really fit that in is with other fake characters. So I get where they're coming from. They want to buff the fake characters so they don't age terribly, but
Time to say bye. Boom.
In the abyss's levels, your cries rise. Ill tidings manifest.
Stand still.
Soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Be intoxicated.
I hope he can be both main and sub like a Noxa. I mean, it's possible, but given the way Anon is talking about it, probably not. Like, Anon went out of his way to be like, his entire kit has Saber written on it all over the place. So
Time to say bye.
it's not the end of the world for me because I have this account with E2 Saber, plus he's free. But
Relax.
I'm not the happiest camper about him not being a main DPS.
In the abyss's levels, your cries rise.
It's just weird.
Stand still.
It's very hard for me to imagine, even outside of like lore reasons like some of you guys are talking about. Like, we've never seen an actual good destruction character who functions as a sub DPS support. You know? Like, legit never.
Time to say bye. Boom.
They can change it? No, it's Anon. It's likely just not gonna get changed. The beta's already, like, very soon. Some things can change, but the general direction of the kit having that big of a change is probably impossible. Blade in my day? Sorry, but that just isn't anywhere near the same thing.
Be intoxicated. In the abyss's levels, your cries
Blade was never part of Jing Liu's best team, and my day was never part of Cassie's best team. And they didn't even have like any buffs.
Time to say bye.
It was just a scuffed ass synergy.
Soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Relax. Stand still. Didn't hurt.
Maybe they want to push Saber Gilgamesh agenda. I think they're just trying to sell Saber because they accidentally made free Archer too strong.
Soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Time
Like,
to
they
say
gave a free Sparkle, free Don Hung PT, and now E1 Archer can even be free for some people who chose him twice. Like, him getting indirectly buffed by Sparkle and then Sparkle being free in 4.0 was just disgusting. So a bunch of people didn't care about Saber anymore.
stand
It's like, why would I pull for Saber when she has the weaker team and Archer's already free on my account? You know?
in the abyss's levels, your cries rise.
I just came back to the game and got Evanesia. Should I go E1 Evanesia or save for Yao Guang? Or Blade to buff my Acheron? Probably Blade and then Yao Guang. Wait. Oh, yeah, Yao Guang's rerunning. I forgot. I'd say just get Yao Guang. Damn, it's already been 3 patches since 4.0? Wow. That's kind of crazy. It makes sense, I guess, because 4.1 was shortened by like 2 weeks. It feels like just yesterday when I was defending Yao Guang's value on Elation to teams like my life depended on it. Will Blade make Acheron T0.5 or T0? Probably T0.5 or T0. Not tier 1. Acheron is definitely stronger than the tier 1 DPSs. Why does your E2 Firefly do less damage than my E01? Because this Firefly, believe it or not, was completely unbuilt like a month ago. And I have Starlit Homecoming from not logging into it. So yeah, I just didn't really prioritize min-maxing the relics. Just don't hit HMC. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Great damage distribution.
All will be swept away by the wind.
So beautiful.
Has Anon said similar thing about Archer? Yeah, he did. He said every single 4.4 character, which means Himiko, SP, and the 2 collab characters, have their best in slot teammates' names in their kits. So for example, Himiko has specific synergies with certain Astral Express members, and their names are in her kit. In Rin's case, it would be Archer, and then in Gilga's case, it's Saber. He just specified the Gilga one because the Gilga one is the one that is unbelievable to most people.
So beautiful.
Let's improvise.
I will set everything first to ashes. You want to betray me? Your bones.
Dreams do come.
Anymore.
What does E0 Wealth have over Pela?
Let's improvise.
His slowing down enemies, his own damage, and his damage bonus.
You want to betray me?
100% damage bonus is hefty.
Dreams do come.
No, I'm finally gonna die. No. Let me hit the 80. Just don't kill HMC. Nice. Full cleared. On auto. And the saber. Bro, I was going over it yesterday. A lot of you might not have been here. But this is the Bitcoin account. Is what I'm coining it. Because this is the account that, like, every single team has gotten buffed or Nova flares. You have the Dot team. You have the Firefly team. You have Saber, who's about to get Gilga for free. You have Nova Silverwolf. You got Nova Sparkle. You got Sunday, who's getting Nova'd in the next batch. You got Thirda, who is probably going to be able to use Nova Argenti soon. I got Acheron over here, so I'm going to end up trying to pull Blade. And then I also have, I have Argenti, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Topaz. I can also get Topaz buffed. Everybody on this account is getting buffed. Oh wait, I think I forgot to take my jades. Garbage. Gilga as a sub DPS is cursed. I mean, it is, but I'm just gonna get over it at this point. There's no point of like trying to harp on it. I got E2 Saber anyways, so I'll put it to good use. Oh yeah, I also have Sunday here. I could pull Blade and Himiko SP, and I'd have a Himiko team and an Acheron team. So Stainless Pure Fiction is interesting. Do not attempt without a break team or a Phanon team.
Easy now.
Sound language.
Make a wish. Any fish taking them.
Does that hurt? Eternal.
I probably should have used the sustain for this.
Time to say bye.
But you get Ren for Archer? No.
Beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Stand still.
I don't have any plans to right now. Oh, if only that killed.
All will be swept away by the wind.
In the abyss's revel, your cries rise.
Time to say bye. Boom.
It's pretty easy to unbrick Jiaoqiu. Get rid of his cap stacks.
Time to say bye.
Keep in mind he's still the only character who like gives stacks whenever an enemy moves.
Time to say
And he's
bye.
still like this means he'd still work with Blade in an Acheron team. And then just buff his debuffing. And that's it. You just call it a day there. Or yeah, you could also make him as his name. I find that to be more unlikely though. Because the way Blade works and the way Blade stacking works for Acheron, it doesn't interfere with Jiaoqiu's. Blades is whenever an ally attacks enemies or when Blade gets attacked, it'll generate a stack, right? But Jiaoqiu's is whenever an enemy moves, they get inflicted with a debuff, and that's completely separate. And on top of this, the most recommended Acheron team by Hoyo is with Jiaoqiu plus Blade, which doesn't make sense, right? Like, Hoyo isn't this stupid. They changed Acheron's trial team to Cypher when Cypher came around, right? So why are they suddenly kicking out Cypher for Jiaoqiu when it's well known that Cypher is currently better than Jiaoqiu? There's no other explanation than Jiaoqiu is getting Nova'd, and they plan for you to run Acheron Jiaoqiu plus Blade. In my opinion. Damn, it's pretty foggy outside. That's just not how it works, Summer. They buffed Black Swan, even though Cyrene is already like equal to Black Swan quite often against so many different bosses in the game. So you could say, what's even the point of buffing Black Swan if Cyrene is already there and buffed the team? But now you're allowed to put Cyrene somewhere else, and Black Swan goes on that team. Like, there's no rule saying you can't buff an older character just because a newer character fits the same archetype. In Cypher's case, she'd be homeless. Yeah, and then Cypher is gonna get buffed somewhere in 5.x, so then she's not homeless anymore, you know? It's just a back and forth. Character power creeps the older one, then eventually they get power crept by some older character who got Nova flared, and then that same character gets Nova flared too, eventually. And then they have their time to shine. How many pulls did we get this patch? I don't know. Let me check the bookkeeping.
Are made to be broken.
Watch this awesome move!
130.
Fancy a coffee?
Fighting is meaningless. Are made to be broken.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like HSR is so easy. Like, this is the easiest the game has ever been. Because of the Nova flares and free characters. Not complaining though. I'm good, Kusa. Hope you're doing well. Like, this might sound crazy, but I feel like if you're like an active veteran in this game is probably the easiest to clear among all the mainstream games. Because, like, your character just keeps getting Nova flared in direct buffs. You get a new free character, new free limited every 2 patches. Like, you indirectly gain basically, like, entire teams without even trying in this game. Yeah, and it has auto. It's the easiest to just turn your brain off and still do well in. curious how Acheron is gonna get her animations upgraded. I can't wait for that like item thingy to come out so we can really see it. Because I feel like it would suck if it's really underwhelming. And Acheron has always had some of the best animations. Maybe summer? I don't know. Am I the only one who dislikes the idea of paid character buffs? I've had to clarify this multiple times already. It is not confirmed if it requires real currency at all. Like, you can unlock it through doing things. It could be stellar jades. It could be some other currency. It can be anything. It's not that it literally costs money. It's just that it costs something. Unlike the Novas that are just automatic. So there's still a decent chance it has nothing to do with money. I don't know when the beta is. Did you quit WUA? I mean, yeah, basically. HSR is too convenient. And I'm sure this is definitely a strategy that they have that especially affects like busier adults in life. And it worked on me. This game is just too convenient. Playing anything else feels like a drag. I'm like another cog in the system. I mean, it's just the sheer convenience. Auto battle, much easier to play and run on mobile devices. Animations on characters are consistently amazing. Constantly giving free characters and Nova flares, so I can take a break from this game for like a year, come back, and some of my teams, like my account might be stronger if I take a break after a year, because my characters would have been Nova flared, you know? Like, it's just too convenient at this point. So playing anything else feels like it's much less I can describe it. This is the same way I felt when I moved to Wuwa from Genshin, right? Like when you're playing Genshin, it's fun, you're having a good time. It's like the most popular gacha game on the market currently. But then you move to Wuwa, you play Wuwa for a little bit, then you try to go back to Genshin, and all of a sudden Genshin feels like 10 times worse. You know? I feel like I'm experiencing this for the second time, where now HSR has become so insanely convenient that playing anything else feels like a drag for me. Yeah, Verly. And then you also have like this collab thing. Like, when have you seen a gacha game do a collab like this? The banners are basically there for eternity, you know? There's no FOMO. Like, that's crazy to say for a gacha game collab, but there's literally no FOMO when it comes to the fake characters. Yeah. Like, the game still definitely has its flaws, you know, in comparison to things like Wuwa. Like, in Wuwa, it is cheaper to get characters, pulls versus pulls, and the weapon banner still not being guaranteed in HSR is quite annoying. That's been my main complaint for the last couple years, is the fact that I just want the Lycone banner to be guaranteed already. But outside of like that, I mean, the game has far surpassed my expectations. I usually have like bottom tier expectations for old gachas because I don't like to be disappointed, you know? So it's like, why even put hope? But this game has done pretty well. I never said Blade was better than Cyrene in a mono rem team. I said they're equal or close, but that Blade is much more valuable because of him still being way better in like other teams. speed is a cycle better? Well, maybe, yeah. Either way, though, like, I think most people would prefer to, like, my point is just get Blade for another team, probably. Cyrene's design for Mono Rem was always just so scuffed. But nobody believes you until it happens. They all call you a Doom poster. And they only look at what's literally right in front of them the second the character drops. That's understandable, man. Is pulling Cyrene a poor decision? Legit, yes. Once again, like, depending on the context of someone's account, things can change. Like, for example, Anoxa still really badly wants Cyrene, and, like, some other Chrysosairs still kind of want Cyrene. But, like, I imagine after Nova Sunday, Aggie might not care about Cyrene that much anymore, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you could definitely run Nova Sunday probably and it be competitive. So, like, Cyrene is, like, she's best in slot in like 2 Chrysosaur teams, bro. Like, it's not, I don't know. That's why I hate those types of character designs, personally. Like, I don't, I'm gonna say the same thing I said before. I don't hate niche characters, because, like, for example, Wuwa does it pretty well. But when you have a game like HSR where power creep is common, and the generalists are commonly very strong in this game, like, I don't know, like, what's the thought process, you know? Like, you need to make a niche character, like a Yao Guang for Elation, basically, if you want them to hold value for like a year straight or longer. Like, you just need to do that. There's no other option. I've heard people say replace Evernight instead of Cyrene. No. That's stupid. In the first place, Cyrene on a Cassie team without Evernight in it, Cyrene isn't even that much better than Tribby. Like, you need Evernight on the team, and you need Cyrene to buff Evernight for Cyrene to become like how good as she is in like those mono rem teams. Removing Evernight is dumb. Yeah. Like, Cyrene just wasn't good enough. Just is what it is. Cyrene's E1 is also pretty underwhelming. Like, it's really only her E2 and above Eidolons where, like, she might be able to pick up the pace. I don't hate niche characters because I don't. Like, you guys never see me slander Dahlia, do you? That's for a good reason. I don't expect Dahlia to get power crept out of break teams anytime soon, despite this game's power creep. It's just in HSR context, with the way this game sells characters and their like power scaling and shit. You just need to really go all out on niche characters if you don't want them to get or like lose value very fast. Oh, right, the team lineup. Yeah, it's still the best one. Himiko will be similar to Cyrene. Well, yes, but Himiko is also a DPS, so it's a bit different case. Like, you inherently expect DPSs to get power crept quite quickly. So it's like, if there's a stronger 5.x DPS than Himiko, like, nobody's really going to care all that much. But support roles are usually, especially if you're a niche support, you're supposed to be quote-unquote uncontested, you know, for quite a while before they revisit your archetype, like they did with HP scaling. That's why people put more merit into like supports lasting longer. Show hand cam like Valo players? I'm good. That shit is cringy as hell. What's your rank on Valo? It hasn't changed. In the last week, I've barely touched the game. And even when we did play, it'd be like win-win, lose-lose. Because I'm just like, I'm trying to rank up with friends, but, you know, it sounds egotistical, but my friends just aren't on my level, you know? Like, so, no matter what, every single game I play, I'm gonna have one friend who is more likely than not the bottom frag, and the other one, like, they aren't bad, they're good, but, like, I can't rely on them, you know? So it's like, I need to be at the top of my game every single Valo ranked game that I play if I want to win a match. And then, whenever I have an off day, it's just an insane loss streak. Like, it's disgusting. When I was having a good day, we won like 9 in a row. And I match MVP'd like 7 of them. But when I have a bad day, it's just like 7 or 8 losses in a row. So it's like, what's even the point? But also, the last few days I've been like catching up on manhwa. And like reading or watching some anime, so. What's your main? It's Phoenix and Omen. They're both basically equal.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I'm also pretty good at Chamber, but that's mostly just because Chamber I feel like is one of the easiest characters in the game, since, I mean, he's an op crutch character. It's very easy to get kills when you op crutch.
Commencing annihilation. It's hard for a wanderer to find a
Strong adversary.
down hidden moon.
Always soaring. Forever.
Have you read the beginning after the end? Yeah. I read the light novel. Should everyone subscribe? No, it doesn't matter. Ain't no way bro's gonna finish this mode in one sitting. Oh, I'm not. That's basically impossible. After this, like, you hit a wall and you need to stack up quite a bit, so. You sound dead inside? That's just how I sound. I'm always like this. Is it because of drama? Oh no. I've already moved on from the drama. Like, there's absolutely no point on letting yourself harp on something that's just, you know, nothing's gonna change. I'm already past it. I'm just always tired. Like, that's just normal for me. I've never been much of like a energetic person. That's why I don't do like the poll videos or like viewer polls, because like it's hard for me to fake it, you know. But also, like, it would be really boring if there weren't super cool or over exaggerative reactions in a video. So that's why I just make my content the way I do. No, I don't watch other content creators really that much. To be honest, I don't really use YouTube outside of just using it for when I upload my own videos these days. No, I don't know what happened in record. I don't care either. Ugh. Let me turn off my light in my room. It's starting to become morning, so the light is getting kind of annoying now. I hope you don't hate me because of this, but she made a post where she tried to acknowledge you in a nicer way. I just don't care, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I can't have respect for people who just throw around the word pedophile just so easily, and they do not understand the severity of it. Can I react to your video? I mean, I don't care. I put my video out. People are gonna react to it no matter what. Go ahead. Oh, I failed? Rip. Alright, I'll probably leave it off there then. Oh, 1 milli for the next stage. That's steep. But yeah. Like, there's a reason, like, I don't want people to literally attack others over all this, but I'm sorry, you know. Like, I just cannot, I'm just tired of, like, this day and age. Nobody understands the severity of these accusations anymore, and people really just throw it around all over the place. It's not even just, you know, like on YouTube, like it's especially on Twitter, it's on social media. Like, this shit ruins people's lives, you know? Like, genuinely. For some reason, that doesn't process to so many people. Like, it ruins people's lives. But nobody cares. Because if you look like a Diddy blood, like they like to say, I literally, like, nobody takes my videos seriously. Like, I have multiple comments being like, Diddy, Epstein, like, we live in an era where people are just so immature. They're so desensitized to, like, anything real, but for some reason they're incredibly sensitive, a lot more sensitive when it comes to things that are fictional. It's like the opposite of what it should be. Yeah. People are talking about doxing and reporting you. Yeah, and that's exactly my point. These people would rather attack me and my life and give me pedophile accusations because I like Yunli and HSR. You know? Like, people are so much more attached to fictional characters than they are real people. Like, it's the opposite. People don't even see real people as human beings a lot of the time. And also, it's like, I was already talking about this to someone before. Almost every single argument trying to be used against me in my comments is something I've already addressed in that same video, you know? So it's like, what's even the point of me trying to, you know, further say things when it doesn't matter? And then also, when I clap back with my own reasoning of like, why are you supporting a game that you believe is ran by pedophiles? Nobody gives me an answer. Everybody just ignores it. And they expect me to continue, you know, like I'm the one who has to put a bajillion pieces of evidence and not them when they're the ones accusing me of being a pedophile, you know? Like, it's just sad. It hurts. You know? Like I've always said this before. I treat this channel as my diary. So I upload whatever I want. I do posts on whatever I want. I do like troll posts all the time, right? The goal of this channel isn't at all for like making money. It's for engaging in conversations I'm interested in or topics I'm interested in. And then of course I have like my own personal posts, which I do on my community posts sometimes, right? And like people can't even leave me alone, you know? Like I've known that Zolza hates lolicons for like nearly a year at this point. Not once have I made a single video or gone out of my way to tell my chat or my channel like, yo, you know, go to her channel and then try to convince her otherwise and this and that, otherwise she's weird. Like that's just stupid to do. Like let someone do what they want to do on their own channel and mind your own business, right? But it's like, why am I getting videos getting made on me, and then I go into her comments and she's liking comments that are saying shit like Diddy Maru, Gabby Maru isn't gonna like this one, Gabby Maru this, they're all getting liked and hearted, and it seems like most people are directing it towards me, you know? It's like, what am I supposed to think? That it's just a coincidence that this video was made at this point in time? Do you think that fiction and video games are supposed to be a place to escape the norms of reality? I mean, obviously, no. I mean, just look at anime. Most animes, like, the MC's family is dead. They're in, like, the midst of some grand war going on. Like, let's say you put in JJK. A ton of people like Toji. But if you said you like someone like Toji in real life, I mean, brother, you'd be looked at as a mad person, you know? Like that's someone who goes around hunting bounties, killing innocent teenagers for money. And then it's the same thing with like Sukuna, right? And then you can apply this to Naruto, you can apply this to JJK. Like if you were in these worlds, like they'd be insufferable. Most of these characters are crazy. They're psychopathic, right? Like they're genuinely insane. That's kind of the entire point of fiction. It's like, it's not real. Like, even for example, like, quite often, like, you'll see, like, these 15-year-old MCs in these shonen mangas, in these shonen series. Like, they're smarter than anyone on our planet. You know? They're faster, they're smarter, they adapt faster. Like they would be threats if they existed in real life. Like our government would probably try to instantly put them down. And that's because they're fictional characters. Like no 15-year-old is ever going to be comparable to like these shonen MCs in real life in the slightest. It's also the same thing with like shooting games, you know? Like I already talked about that as well. Nobody wants to shoot people in real life. I'd hope not. You know? I really hope no one in my chat wants to shoot people in real life. But everybody gets on for a good game of COD, a good game of Val, you know, those hero shooters. Like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, stuff like that. Like when you're playing a shooting game like that, you're not caring about the actual shooting at. I mean, you're just having fun, you know? It's fun to shoot guns. It's fun to like jump around and, you know, be better than your opponent in a game. It's fun. People want to dox you over this? I mean, apparently, I don't know. That's just what I'm being told, I guess. You don't want to 5v5 people in real life like a MOBA? True. I would not want to go against a Neon from Valorant in real life, that's for sure. But yeah. And to be honest, when I made my last video, it's not that I expected to actually change the mind of Zulza or any of these other people. I made that video as like a warning sign. You know, like if you do not, like if you truly hold, like it matters to you so much if someone likes like lollies or shotas in anime or whatever, right? Here's the warning video. Like you're aware of it, you know I like it, you know I'm not going to do anything about it. Like just leave if you don't like it, and then that's that, you know? That's the main reason why I decided to take the opportunity to make that video. You should make a Discord? No, I'm good. I hate using social media apps in Discord. You did nothing illegal? Well, yeah, obviously. There's no law over here prohibiting a person from liking lolicon or anything like that. There's only one law, and I believe it's like I think it relates to like real CSEM, and if you distribute it somewhere, then that's where you obviously get in trouble. But that's it. This could have been a Discord call. Are you insane? Like, genuinely. This reminds me of when I went through my drama with Tectone during, like, the Woowa Annie. And people were like, dude, why don't you Discord call? Like, are you guys insane? Like, nothing is gonna change. All they're gonna do is farm me and probably make a video off it. Exactly the same thing that Tectone did. Like, I need you to understand, these people do not give a fuck. They pretend to give a fuck. They don't really give a fuck that I'm into lollies or shotas in anime. I promise you. They don't. They act like they do for the virtue signaling points. They haven't given a fuck. They've known that I've been a lolicon for a year, and they've only now decided to make a video about it. So they didn't give a fuck for the last year, and they were frequently visiting my streams, and we were having normal discussions about HSR and HSR meta. They're advertising this game. They're advertising to their viewers sponsorships like LD Shop and other shit that makes them and the game more money. That they think is ran by pedophiles. Like, deep it, you know? They don't care. I already used this example in my video. Imagine you go to a restaurant for a couple months. The food isn't bad. You have good conversations. You make good friends with the owner. And then it comes out that the owner is actually a pedophile. Are you gonna then keep going to this same restaurant, making food reviews about how good their food is, and keep having normal conversations with them as if nothing has changed? No. That's not, you know? rank cannot be this low to make a drama. That's what I'm saying. Like, once again, I don't go out of my way at all to like attack other CCs or talk about other CCs, you know, unless I'm the one who's being caught in the crossfire for whatever reason, which seems to be the case here, unfortunately. Like, people can do what they want on their channels. I can do what they want on my channel, or I can do what I want on my channel. Like, I don't understand why people don't just leave me alone. I mean, it's like, but what do people mean when like, oh, she's trying to get people on her side? For what? Like, who gives a fuck? Genuinely. Brother, I have to go to work. I have to go to meetings. I have to work out. I have to buy groceries. You know? I don't even upload that often recently because I've been so busy in life. I try to come back to uploading HSR semi-actively again, and then this bullshit happens. Anybody in real life with real problems and an actual day-to-day life of doing anything wouldn't give a shit about any of this. Like, genuinely, who cares about any of this? What's even, like, what do you accomplish? You know, realistically, what do you yourself gain from trying to do something like this? Nothing. And here's the thing, like, sure, listen, even in my last video, you want to know how many subscribers I lost in my last video? Like 30, 40? I get 30 to 40 subscribers within like a few days of making videos actively, you know? Like, most people on my channel and most people who viewed that video don't disagree with me, you know? Like, it is genuinely a minority, a loud, toxic, vocal minority, who is trying to shift these insane allegations on me. But they're not at all the common people. I'd just like to move on from this entire thing. I don't care about Zolza. I don't care about most gacha CCs to begin with. I wasn't watching her videos anymore. She would just come by my streams every once in a while and we'd have a conversation, and that was basically it. I don't care about her continuing to drag this shit. Bro, I have to go to work later. You know? Like, I just don't care. I have better things. I need to worry about other things in my life. And my channel, I like to make it about my own hobby and my personal hobbies. So I'd rather not spend my time over here fucking giving Zulza the time of day every single time I get on here, you know? I got called lolicon for liking Freerin. Everybody on this planet has like their own definition of what lolly is, and that's why it leads to so many misconceptions. And for example, like in my last video, You have people agreeing that Sparkle is a lolly, even the people who are against me. And then there's the other side of people who are like, oh, Sparkle isn't a lolly because they don't understand how lolly is used to begin with, right? Because they need a cope. Because you know they've gooned to Sparkle before. So, you know how that entire thing's going to go, oh no, I'm different. You know, I'm different. I'm not like the rest of those lolicons. It's the same thing with like Capella from ReZero, Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, and Rebecca from Cyberpunk. Which is why I say once again, the most objective reasoning that you can get out of all this is with actual research that's been done. But the reason nobody likes using actual research is because it's in favor of lolicons not being pedophiles. So there's never ever research brought up. There's never any deeper level of thinking around the topic. It's just, oh, you're Diddy blood, you're Epstein, you're a pedophile. Oh, look at this guy trying to, like, there isn't a single argument used, you know? Like, they just don't exist because none of them work. It's fully like feels craft, feelings based. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I feel like this is disgusting. I feel like this should be illegal because to me, I see these lollies and I think of them as like real children. So when someone else is gooning to them, I find that to be disgusting, right? Fucking incredibly disgusting. So you need to be put behind bars and you're this and that. That's how it goes 99% of the time. $27. Not really enough. I need to get Blade. But yeah. Like, if you guys want to understand this, I don't care if people find Lolicon and Shotacon weird. You know? Like, I don't. If you don't like that, that's fine. You don't need to like my channel. You don't need to subscribe. I'm not trying to convert people into that shit because that would just be weird, right? I just post whatever I like to post at the end of the day. But I will take it seriously when I am being labeled as a pedophile. I don't know what these people want me to do. I'm not like these other content creators who are like too scared to actually speak out on this shit and the things that they actually like. As I said in my last video, I have gone through real life false allegations before in my life. And these people, they do not understand the severity that these words have, the weight that they have, and how they can affect someone's life. So I'm not going to play about someone accusing me of being a pedophile. You know? It's just insanity. I'm not someone who sees pedophile as another buzzword like most of social media does these days. Like anybody in my chat, anybody who's been actively in my streams for a long time, they'd know. I've always found the Epstein jokes weird. I've always found the Diddy jokes weird. It just undervalues like the real pedophiles and the victims who were affected by it. People making shit like that into like lighthearted jokes that they spam all the time is just incredibly bad for society. You should be able to sue people? Well, I mean, you probably could if you were rich enough. For defamation, probably. And they cared enough. But that would just be so incredibly expensive. I mean, it's not even that. It's like, once again, every argument just get counters. For example, in my last video, I have people, some of the most liked comments on my video that are trying to like refute my points are saying like, oh, Sparkle, Saridra, and Silverwolf aren't the same body as Clara. Like, look. What is Clara's path again? Destruction. Okay. This is Clara, right? This is Clara, right here. The same model is used for Yunli. The same model is used for Seri. Same height. She just has a bit of a crown on her, which I guess if you use the crown to make her taller, I mean, I guess, you know. And then Sparkle, they all use the same body model, but they are vastly varying in terms of their personality and all that, right? But nonetheless, they are lolly characters. So this is why I brought this up. And then when I mentioned this, they were like, oh no, it's a difference in the way they're portrayed. Because if a character has certain personality traits and you goon to them, that means you like them. And this is another thing I countered in that same video, right? Where I go over how if you start taking it to the point of, oh, it's the personality traits and the way the character is portrayed that makes you bad if you goon to them, this applies to Makima. This applies to Sukuna. This applies to literally any problematic anime character in the history of anime and gaming. Any character like that, if you find them attractive, you are now, you like those same people in real life, right? Like Sukuna, the second he got reincarnated, was asking where are the women and children so that he could kill them. So if you goon a Sukuna, you like men in real life who want to kill women and children the second, you know, they're able to. Like, this is the point. It's stupid. It doesn't work because it bleeds way too much into even outside of Lolly and Shotokan into just liking problematic any character in this series at all, right? This would apply to Saber. This would apply to Gilgamesh. This would apply to Ilya. This would apply to a majority of the Fate characters, right? This would apply to quite a few of HSR characters as well. Like, you can just use it for so much. Their argument is that the age? Yes, but then you have characters like Tribby, which is another thing I brought up in my video. Tribby is the master of Aglaia, one of the oldest Chrysos heirs, the one who spread the prophecy. This is genuinely, right here, this is one of the smartest, if not the smartest Chrysos heir in the entire fucking group. You know? Oh, true. There is an Oxa. My bad. There is an Oxa. But you get the point, right? Like these aren't real human beings. They don't function by our laws. They don't even look human, at least to me. Like I just don't treat them as human. I don't know why. Why do people, like this is my thing. Why do people want me to treat like lolly characters in anime as real kids when I'm gooning to them? Like why do you want me to do that? Why? You want me to be a pedophile so that you can get your gotcha moment. You know? Like that it's just pure insanity. I mean, yeah, I'm aware. I'm just using this stream real quick to clarify how nobody has actually been able to bring up a single valid argument against me at all, even in the release of my last video. It's just like how emotional, like these types of things are just ran by personal emotions and personal agendas. Nothing real. Nothing actually real. Which is why I just absolutely hate this topic. Like I've been trying to dodge it for so long, but like people just become so obnoxious. At some point you have to say at least something. Mm. But yeah. But once again, I realize, like you guys are saying this, I know that there's no point. Like I'm not trying to convince other people because I know it's not going to work. These people are too emotional and too biased for me to actually get through to them no matter what I say and no matter what I show, right? The reason I made that video was as a warning sign to people who do really care that much and aren't going to change their minds no matter what, to just stay away from my channel if they care about it that much. That was the main reason why I made my last video. Because once again, I treat this channel personally. Everything on here is personal. I like posting whatever I like. So if I'm posting something and then there's like obnoxious ass people coming to my comments every single time, like I don't want to single-handedly ban you every single time. So just fucking go away. I'm gonna make a post about it, you know? Ellen is from ZZZ. She said you should be arrested for making. She said the dev should be arrested for making Clara Sparkle and Yunli feet ads. Is that a real thing? I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Did they actually make like feet ads for Sparkle, Clara, and Yunli? Yeah. Yo. Okay, that's pretty funny. I didn't know about that. In CN? Oh, I guess that makes more sense, yeah. Based ad makers, I mean, they're aware. Which, once again, this is why I brought up this point in my last video. You're aware that the devs who run this game and make money off it are literal lolicons, but you just keep advertising their game and making money off of it. You know? Like, do you really care that much? I don't think so. I don't know. Is it just like a thing where the last year? This reminds me of like Genshin boycotts. When like people are like, oh my god, we're tired of Genshin. We're tired of their bullshit. We're tired of being mistreated. So instead of actually quitting the game or taking a break from it, we're going to boycott it by going free to play. Like, you're doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're literally still supporting the game. And you're probably still making posts about it too. I'm not gonna lie, I never realized Kafka had like that fat of an ass. Unrelated, but I never really realized. Just for Chloe? I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. Yeah. Usually these games care more about the CN side of things when they get mad. But that's like super rare. They almost never get mad. Yeah, CN players usually don't care about polls that much. I heard CN thinks the opposite. They think Western players are more prioritized. I mean, that just isn't true. Like, every single time Hoyo has given compensation or made, like, a drastic sudden change has been when CN has, like, gone in an outrage. Genshin has never... I guess the only time Genshin ever did something for, like, the west side was when Tectone lost thousands of dollars getting Wolf's gravestones on the weapon banner. And that gave them, like, very bad press, so they changed the way the weapon banner works. But that was basically it. I mean, yeah, whales play a massive part. 1 giga whale slash, like, basically Leviathan makes up for, like, thousands of other players who play free to play. Next patch in Genshin gives 80 plus pulls. Life changing. A lot of whales are Japanese. Well, yeah, because it's more normalized over there to have incredibly predatory gachas. They're, like, a lot more accustomed to it. MOC tomorrow? Oh, true. In 8 hours. Oh no. It's hard for me to get inside another gacha that isn't HSR right now. I do want to end up trying getting into ZZZ at some point. And I'd probably encounter a lot less hatred if I was in ZZZ. Since in ZZZ it's just a lot more normalized to, like, lollies, so it would be healthier for me. I'm also waiting for Sunbringer currently. I don't think I got Yeshun Guang last time. And I heard apparently her rerun might be soon, so I might go for that too. Please get into Genshin. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's impossible. Like my most liked post around like an anime or gacha character, and I think the last like probably half a year was just a single picture of Norma's drip market. I think a lot more people who mainly play ZZZ follow me than I realized. Because I just woke up, I saw like 200 likes, I was like, holy fuck. ZZZ community isn't much better. Well, I think that's more so of like a Twitter thing, no? Like it's just a Twitter in general. You just have like Puritans and people who will hate on that shit. Like when I was semi looking into ZZZ stuff on Twitter, I'd always get recommended this like one post from some furry guy who would just be consistently hating on Lolly, but he has tweets from a couple years back that he tried to hide of him saying that he's attracted to real dogs, and somehow he still has a following and his post gets thousands of likes. Shit is crazy, bro. Was he a panda? No, it's like a dog. So some like dog PFP. Yeah. Like there was a ton of like I guess there was some drama around the Angels of Delusion as well when they were coming out. Because people were like, "Oh, it's lolly bait. It's lolly bait." But then it's like the same situation here. Like you just keep supporting the game anyway, so who gives a shit? Yeah, and that's why I like ZZZ. Oh yeah, that's what I've seen the most of. Is like man, I miss ZZZ season 1. I miss when it was an urban fantasy. You know, the game's gone to shit since then. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. An E1 Nova Silverwolf. But for what? For what? Have you ever played Blue Archive? No. I definitely wanted to give it a shot at some point, though. Because I've already seen a ton of art from the characters, like the green-haired twins, and I think her name's like Kasaki and other ones. It was boring. To be honest, I might need a gacha game that's boring right now. You can get the Gil in this account? Yeah, that's the goal. I tried BA for a few months and the characters are banger. The game was also very free to play friendly. I just didn't like the gameplay. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Like every time I've seen people talking about Blue Archive, even its like biggest fans are like the gameplay is basically the only underwhelming part, but they like basically the rest of it. I think even Pokey like I think I think Pokey played Blue Archive. I think. And I recently saw like a tweet from him of like gacha tier list and he actually had BA pretty high. He didn't? I swear he got sponsored to play BA for like a couple days. Gacha tier list from the tourist. I mean, Pokey is way more of like an actual gacha player than me. So, like I'm definitely more of a gacha tourist. I've only been playing basically the mainstream ones for quite a while. Pokey is passionate about HSR. I mean, HSR is like the convenience god, but also still has really good animations. So, most people just really like this game. It's hard to leave HSR. It's really good. It's in a really good spot. I'm gonna get into BA because of the stigma around it. Yeah, I can understand that. I used to be the same. In my mid-teens, I'd be like scared to try things that like other people look down upon generally because like you're basically getting judged if you admit that you've played it or tried it. But now that I'm an adult and I'm so much busier in life, I don't know, what's going on in your life, but I really have the fuck it attitude, you know? Like, it's hard to care. So I have zero issues trying BA. Yeah. I've played Fortnite. I don't think Fortnite really has a stigma around it though. Fortnite just has like a casual player base. Yeah, Fortnite probably has the most toxic casual player base of any game I've ever seen in my life. But outside of that, it's not bad. I thought LoL had the most toxic. Maybe at a higher level, but at a lower level, no, I don't think so. Like, you'll get a 15,000 liked banger post on your head if you post a clip of you doing like one full box with a skin they don't like. And people in the comments will literally be telling you to die over it. Like, Fortnite casuals are on another level. Do you get Kafka Blade in Fortnite? No. Rio's getting a bodysuit variant in a few days. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, BA has a lot of characters I like. But, like, you only see them in art. At least me personally, never tried the game, so... I don't think I'd try it today anyways. It would probably have to be in the next few weeks. Because I'm like, heavily... I'm pretty busy for the next little bit. I had, like, a month off a little bit ago. And that's when I was, like, spamming the streams and spamming the videos and stuff. I think at, like, the beginning of the year. But... I mean, that's just gone now. Unfortunately. Fuck. I'm like instantly just slumping on my bed the second I get back home these days. Or whenever I'm done doing whatever. Stream BA so you could replace Brandon. I'll think about it. I think I'd rather play it for a little bit on my own outside of stream. And then if I really fuck with it, I might start doing like streams on it and stuff. Thank you so much for the donation, Candy Sensei. You're pivoting to BA? Oh no. I'm still like gonna forever main HSR. I don't think that's going anywhere. But just talking about the possibility of me giving it a shot in maybe the next few weeks. Just to see if I fuck with it. I think it's just like healthier too for like me to be in a community where people won't like label me a pedophile or tell me to kill myself if I say I like some of the characters in the game, you know? Like that also helps. Are there any QOLs HSR doesn't have that you love to see? Being able to instantly max level your characters if you have the mats for it. Same thing for Lycone. They already did this for traces. More convenience. I actually don't know. This game is already so convenient. Yeah, yeah. They could widen the things that you can use the auto tickets on that you get from Currency Wars. They could definitely make those better. So that you can use it on like relics. Oh yeah, disabling eidolons for people who want to like test their characters at a weaker level. Yeah, that's a good point. People have been asking for, especially the content creators, disable eidolons for quite a while. Because if you get an E2 Phanon, but you want to make a video on how strong E0 Phanon is, you need to go on someone else's account. That probably doesn't have the same relic quality, which is just annoying. Make an option to send characters to your friends. Low key? That's not even... That's actually a pretty decent thing. Like, yeah, I've played a lot of games where you can gift your friends, like, the main thing. So, yeah, to be honest, that... Although that's just incredibly rare, though. Like, chances of that happening are so low. Yeah, change the Lycone banner. That's definitely the obvious one. Just make it guaranteed already. Can you trade your E2 Fae to me? Isn't that account already yours, though, basically? I haven't logged into it in, like, a millennia. And now I'm just going to use the Firefly account for Gilga. Character trading? Training dummy? Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah. Like, training dummy enemies that don't have any shill and don't have any bias for testing teams and their DPAV. Oh, I want it on my main? Oh, that's what you meant. My bad. Yeah, trading characters would be sick. Oh, no. Because there's a loophole. In HSR, when you create a new account, you can probably farm like 500 pulls within 1 or 2 patches. So if you were able to trade characters, what someone would do is they'd get all the characters from their current account, transfer it to the new one, speed run on that new account, and then get 500 pulls in 1 or 2 patches. And then they could keep repeating this. So no, I don't think they'd ever add trading characters, unfortunately. I only know about this strat because this is literally what I did on another game. It wasn't exactly trading characters, but you could massively help boost a new account with your old account. So I did that shit in that game. MMO, yeah. Trading should work only with the same level rarity in Eidolons. Uh, I guess maybe, yeah. Kinda. But then you could still kind of cheat it with golden token plus beginner standard banner selector plus like free Gilga. Like you can trade those three and then get like an E2 Phanon or something, which is much stronger. Or you could get a full Silver Wolf team, shit like that. Like, keep in mind, this is another example, another loophole of this version, right? If it's, you need the same rarity, or possibly, like, equal, like, so if you're trading 2 5-stars worth, the other one puts 2 5-stars worth, what you can do is you can still do this new account bullshit. However, let's say your veterans account has some old characters you don't care about anymore, right? So you can now trade the old characters you don't care about anymore on your veteran account to your new one, and your new one can give you the characters that they just pulled, right? So, for example, let's say you're about to get Yao Guang's rerun because you didn't get her on 4.0. You pull Yao Guang on the new account, trade it for like Fu Xuan on your veteran account, and you knock 2 birds with 1 stone. So it's still kind of, there's still a loophole for massively benefiting an account. Pokemon Go ad trading. I wouldn't mind having Enfield weapon banner system. Like you get pulls by pulling on character banner. I will say in HSR, yes, that would work more often than not. Because the thing is in HSR, so like Eidolons are so strong at this point in the game where E1s and E2s can often be competitive, if not better, than getting the character's Lycone. So you are already incentivized to prioritize pulling on the character banner anyways, and then on the side you get the pulls for the weapon. So yeah, with HSR's current level of vertical investment, the Enfield weapon banner system would be better. That's not great because if you get the character early, you won't have enough. Yes, but you're eventually going to pull on more character banners, and then the character is going to have a rerun. So you might go a little bit without the weapon, but that's just a little bit, you know? And if you get them early, then you can just keep pulling for the Eidolons because Eidolons are super good in this game. Alright, chat. I have to go somewhere soon. It's now 8 in the morning for me. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. Good luck with any of your pulls. Any of these guys.